Weird things students said. According to Reddit. In the interest of clarity, the question being asked tonight is, teachers of Reddit, what is the weirdest thing a student has said when asked to tell you a fun fact about themselves? Number 20. I'm a teacher from the UK. I'm a tutor to a year 7 class of children in the ages of around 11 years old. To get to know each other on the first day, I had them take turns to say their names, which primary school that they are coming from, and an interesting fact about themselves, like your favorite food or your favorite color. We get to the last kid. His fact is that he has 6 fingers on one hand. Coolest kid ever. Wow. 6 fingers on one hand, huh? I don't know if I'd be telling people about that unless it's helping me climb up walls or climb up the Great Wall of Vagina, if you know what I'm talking about. Hi-yo, high five. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 19. I teach ESL, and every lesson that we start the class by sharing something good that happened to us over the last week or so. Needless to say, kids share the most random things. I have many stories coming in that are just weird. We enforce a rule that they need to share good things so that they don't start one-upping each other over whose grandma had the worst death. One day, a student says,
I was riding my bike over the weekend and I fell.
I could see where it was going, but I didn't have enough time to enforce the rule when he just spat out,
I fell over a wired fence and I cut my neck open and it just kept gushing blood. There was so much blood all over the place. I was covered in the shit, man. I was like Red Man. Oh, I was all over the place.
I reminded him that we were only sharing good news, and he said,
It's good, cause I'm alive. What you saying is bad? Your bitch ass is bad?
I had a good laugh and agreed, but the damage was done. Every kid after him wanted to share about the most horrific injury that they had ever witnessed. And of course it was good because they're alive. It's kind of like watch people die, but they survive, so it's not watch people die. It's just a terrible thing happening to a person, but it could be less, or it could be more terrible because they didn't die. You see what I'm saying? So this is a good thing at the end of the day. Everything's good when you look at it from the perspective of it could potentially be worse. You know what I mean? How much worse it could potentially be. God damn, that girl got A cups. Well, she could be a man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure who the hell the true OG is in the stream chat. A new icon, a face I haven't seen before. I have to assume it's someone who just changed themselves recently. I suppose we'll never know. And that's unfortunate. People can just change themselves? I think it's Jesus. Unless Jesus shows up. I don't know if it could be Jesus. Would he have the bleach icon? Son of a bitch. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 18. Even though I'm a professor, nothing that's ever been revealed by this question has ever been as awkward or uncomfortable as an occasion that happened when I was still a student. This was when I was in my MFA program for creative writing. If you've ever been in an arts program before, it's probably not surprising to learn that you can attract some very weird personalities. It was the first day of fiction workshop, and the professor decided that he wanted us to all share something interesting about ourselves. And for some reason, one girl named Ashley decided that this would be a good opportunity for her to tell us all about the long history of her drug abuse and equally long period of mental psychosis that she went through as a result of it. She decided to do this as a quick answer either, but wait, she didn't decide to do this as a quick answer either, but as a long drawn out list of every single drug that she had ever experimented with, followed by a catalog of every single delusion she suffered as a result. You know what's really weird about some hoes? They don't even realize that any and everything that they say when they open their mouth and they try to share or show people is a damn flex. But it's not something that you should even want to be flexing about. You think how many medications you on make you the craziest person in the room? That's really not how it works. You know, and half of the thoughts going through the minds of the people that are sick of listening to your stupid ass for jumping up and oversharing this shit with a bunch of people who don't care are 1,000 times more crazy than some of this fucking medication that you're on, homie. It's as simple as that. You and how stupid and crazy you are have made people crazier for having to listen to you. The only thing separating us from everyone being aware of that crazy is our capacity for restraint. God forbid you show a little bit of that before some of us literally just figuratively manifest a knife in our hand and run over the scenario where we're just like, giving it to you. Shut up. Won't need medication now. Shut up. As we continue this entry, the only one that I can remember now. What are you laughing at, Dia? Was that much? Yeah. I'm sorry. No, for real. You know, like you don't think that your time is like mattering, but why are you putting that on us? We don't share your shit. Come on. Some of us guys, we value our time. The only one that I can remember now is at one point she became convinced that she was a millionaire. The delusions got wheels. She became convinced she was a millionaire and her family was hiding money from her. All of this was delivered in a monotone monologue with her eyes glazed over to last at least 5 minutes, which was met at the end with a long awkward silence before the professor said, "Well, that was definitely something interesting," and moved on to the next person. If this happened to any of one of my classes where people paying to have to sit through this bullshit, you would hear people either go, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom in the middle of this whole bullshit. I didn't know we had that many crazy bitches in this class. Damn, way to put a target on your own head." Or you got the old Queen classic where she'd just be in the back of the class saying something like, "Boo, get off the stage, boo. Don't want to hear about your medication, boo." Everybody's too kind. Everybody's too polite. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're gonna put you on blast on some Twitter page.
You are so inconsiderate, and you don't know the plight of people who struggle with having to jump up and tell everybody what medication they're on.
And tell me something about yourself.
Oh, anything?
Do you know that something about yourself is singular? Please don't, unless you're about to tell us that your condition is that you confuse singular with plural, and you're about to jump up and tell us multiple things when we only ask for one, the one thing, please. Well, my favorite color is, here are all the medications I'm on. Jesus Christ. Good stuff, man. Number 17. In the context of having students introduce themselves one by one, a new boy in a small high school class, a girl said her parents got her a nose job and a boob job. You know what? I respect this hoe because at least it was concise, and most girls would try to hide that, A lot of girls get titty jobs and they're not expensive enough for them to really, I want to say, look authentic, have a little bit of sag, have a little bit of give in the way of like push. A lot of these girls get these straight up crisp hemispherical titties. And if I were to create a waifu right now, I wouldn't want straight up hemispherical titties. You know what I mean? I'd want them to like hang a little bit, Jeez. I mean, that's my personal preference, but I don't think a lot of men unless they have a bimbo fetish, want the titties to look straight up stapled on. But my point is this: if this girl was willing to be real about it, more power to her. And I think a girl that's going, I got a titty job, may, in a way, be inviting you to go, oh yeah, well, I'm a titty expert. Let's see what a great job he did. And you can tell me all about how you feel about the job as we are exploring how it looks. And right on cue, Sapphire, the porn star, shows up. She says, working late at Domino's right now. Hi, guys. I'm remembering 4chan and how people would show up while they were at some job and be like, what's up, guys? I'm doing something. And if it was ever a girl, they'd be like, bitch, pull them titties out right now. And then they would do it. And people would be like, boo, fake. This is fake. And they try to get her to timestamp it. And I do remember one girl with them titties out in front of a pizza. And it was like, to me, because I'm weird, I was thinking, who ordered a pizza that unknowingly is going to receive this pizza that was part of this internet photo showcase, where this woman's bare chest was near this pizza. They didn't order that, and the titty residue could have just floated off the breasts onto the pizza, and depending on who they were, man or woman, it may have tasted better, it may have tasted worse, and they wouldn't be able to pinpoint that. If it tasted worse, they'd probably just be like, man, something about this pizza doesn't taste right, and I feel like I don't want to get from here again. And if it did taste better, and I know this sounds crazy, not as crazy as telling everybody which medications you on, but if it did taste better, what if they ordered from the place again and then got the pizza and it didn't taste the same as the day that it had the titty residue on it? And of course, they could never capture that feeling again. Romeo is hitting me with emojis that makes me believe he knows exactly what's going on here. Like, maybe this kind of thing has happened to him before. Maybe he's ordered a pizza and it tasted so good and he couldn't quite pinpoint why. Did somebody use this in a nude that they plastered onto an image board, and that's why it tastes better? Guys, you decide. I'm not a student though, so this doesn't qualify as a weird thing that was said. Number 16. I was an ESL teacher in Indonesia, and a student once told me every morning that she cleaned the poop on her bed. I asked her to clarify, worried that she had serious digestive issues, and she said, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and clean my bedsheet. Bedsheet. This is an old school joke.
You will have to wash the sheet on the bed. Wash the sheet. The bed sheet.
Stupid. Just stupid. Number 15, alright? I had psychology back in spring semester before COVID. Oh my god. Can I even say that on YouTube? I sat next to a girl who I was good friends with from high school. Professor asks her for a fun fact, and she says, I like to watch people get cut open. Well, teach their own. She obviously said it for effect, but she cleared it up by saying that she liked watching videos of people getting plastic surgery because it's satisfying to watch. It's like these girls watching all of these blackhead videos online and pus spewing out of squeezed boils and all kind of stuff online. Y'all girls crazy. Silver Fox? What? Silver. Thank you. What the hell? Silver, you're flawlessly the stream boss now. So my hat's off to you on that $100 donation there. Thank you. What the hell? I'm telling you, man, sometimes these donations are just like a punch in the damn mouth. So thank you for realizing the goal, apparently, and effortlessly becoming the new boss. Please tell me what GIF you'd like to... Boy, I need to start making requests, you know, for video subjects, for songs or something. Shit. Appreciate the contribution, and I hope you know that I'm gonna endeavor, of course, to be here as frequently as you deserve, Silver Fox. Silver Fox says whatever I want. You can't just be that incredible, Silver Fox. I want what you want, man. You can't just be so perfect. Thank you. You know, you effortlessly and single-handedly put me in the splash zone. I'm bringing that back. I'm gonna do that again now. You know, I hope you're all ready for it. Seriously, Silver, think about it. Think long and hard. No gross pun intended. And, you know, tell me what you think you might like, and it'll hit you in the face. Number 14. Holy hell. Y'all starting to scare me. I'm starting to make the heart race. You know what I mean? And not, you know, the type of race where people are getting angry in the streets. Oh boy. You know? I was talking to Dia the other night about what makes this year so terrible. And, you know, you want to blame Trump, you want to blame the pandemic, but I think it's the combination of everything. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, a lot of what went down following this ignorant and racist cops bullshit just made the whole pandemic and what should have been us quarantining a hell of a lot worse. And in states like Florida, where people are just over the quarantine / lockdown, you know, Disney World opening up, you got video of people out there like talk about how sick they are and shit. Everybody is in masks and the president's only just thrown on a mask, and it's like, bitch, what are you doing now? Oh my god. Oh my god. But I don't know. We reached a point where we're just not supposed to think about it? God damn. Number 14. Not a teacher, but I was a helper in a middle school classroom. Wait a minute. What age were you helping in a middle school class? Yo, kiss ass. Kiss ass. A young girl who seemed uninterested said without hesitation that she can chug an entire bottle of beer. Bitch, you in middle school. She got expelled later that year for keeping drugs in her locker. What y'all doing in this girl locker? I'm kidding. Silver Fox says, you saved me from a lot of boredom, Kyle. I'm glad that you're doing what you do. I'm overwhelmed that these videos have a place for you and that they're capable of distracting you in these apocalyptic times, boy. I like to hope that somebody finds this channel and they'll have enough content to go through to come to the terms with me being a weird, stupid, psychotic, strange, you know, maybe AI program that was programmed to seem like a man, you know? But I'm a manly man. If I'm a robot, I'm still a man. Ain't I a man robot? A man bot. I want to be Bender. Remember me. Remember me. You're telling me that you can get expelled for having drugs in your locker? That seems like too easy, you know? Because I'll tell you one thing that a lot of us were making in high school and middle school, dude, and it's enemies. You know what I'm talking about? And if they all knew just how easy it would be to screw people over, it sounds terrible. I hope that the drugs were actually hers, you know? Just because she can get down doesn't mean that she would, you know? Number 13, okay? When I was in my first year at university, my law and society professor made each student get up, say their name, and tell us why they picked law school. Well, a guy got up, said his name, and the professor interrupted him by asking, "Are you related to this person?" And the guy said, "Yes, professor. He is my grandfather." And then the professor got excited and started talking about why this guy was great and that he hadn't heard from him in years. The professor asked how he was, and the dude responds, "He is dead, sir." The whole class was trying to hold back laughter. It pretty much broke the class the first day. Damn, y'all niggas cold as fuck. You know, he's excited about this man, and they're like, well, you know, where are they? He's dead. And everybody's like, oh, he's dead. Ah, yo, old ass. Oh, we got him. Damn, you kids. Yo. That's fucked up, man. All right, look, well, let's go to the next entry. How's he been doing? Can you get me his information? I'm afraid he's dead. And the kid's like, that's enough. Number 12, all right? Not a teacher, but in 3rd grade, we would do this weekly. How was your weekend? Sort of thing. We'd sit in a circle and then just share. This one girl casually goes,
I found out my biological father didn't want me.
In a super nonchalant tone and everything. I still remember the awkward tension. I don't know why, but in my head, the song At Night I Think of You started playing. At Night I Think of You. Y'all know how this song starts? It's like, boom, doom, boom, 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 boom. Boy, you should know that I've got you on my mind. Sorry. Jesus shows up with his normal name and avatar, so whoever that was in the beginning in the stream, we have no idea. I've been watching you. At night, I think of you. You know that song, Dia? I want to be your lady, baby. If you give me what? Why you hate that song? Because it's too black? No. Because it's too black? Wakanda forever. That's the drum part. Where I go, you know I'm the only fun part of these lists, right? I want you to know that. I could read these like a robot, like all them other dumbass channels, and give people the exact type of Facebook fulfillment they're looking for before they sign on to their TikToks and be a bitch, damn it. You think I'm trying to raise bitches in here? Bitches and hoes? I ain't trying to raise no chicken, son. For the slaughter. I want you to say it right now, stream. Say it out loud to yourself. The slaughter. But you gotta say it like that. You can't spell slaughter without laughter. Do you? Why do you make that face?
What? Are you okay? You're going to such dark places in this stream.
Hello, Silver Fox. You're a hero. I'm sorry. I don't know why that song started playing, but if I had to analyze it like I was some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Psychologist or something, like a therapist. Let me read the entry for you again. Because that song that I thought of is like a R&B kind of like, I don't know, sexy song. At night I think of you. I want to be your lady, baby. Okay, so this entry says, I found out that my biological father didn't want me. And in my experience, you know, when some girls are fragile to the point where they're saying that kind of shit out loud, unironically, it's almost like an opening for you to go, I hope that this hasn't affected you in a way that will be long lasting. You shouldn't give them the power to evoke or provoke emotion in you, darling. You're incredible, and the heights and things you will achieve will know no comparison. But you have to believe in yourself. Some people can't help you. You only can achieve your greatness through starting to suck my dick with them titties out on camera. Girl, you gonna go far. You know what I'm talking about? At the end of the day, it's really all just like a way for some guy to just start sliding his way into the figurative DMs of this clearly, unfortunately, emotionally devastated person that, and this is the terrifying thing, girls, don't let on to the predators around you that you are lacking a strong authoritative figure in your life, because I know that you're used to incels, but there are a lot of men around who know what the fuck is going on, and they'll know how to, you know what a lot of men these days are? Patient. And I'm not talking about just boys. The boys are patient too. The boys will take a year or so to flip that switch and go full nice guy while after pretending to be this whole other asshole. But men, my dude, oh my God. Men will have you fucking living, eating, smoking, and like just dreaming them before they go, listen, here are your instructions. You know what I'm talking about? Now, unfortunately, I came to terms with a lot of these kind of weird things at a young age, and I had to realize that, hey, either you don't do these things or you become evil, you know? So I situated myself with the type of woman who would be angry enough if I ever tried this kind of stuff, you know, in the way of creating a cult, the way that I deserve to have a cult, all right? You know, so I just have to live I'm on the straight and narrow, guys. I'm on a good path. I'm on a, you know, a honky-dory, you know, straight edge, not gonna get in trouble type of existence out here. But let me tell you something. Some dudes are not about that. And if you allow them, they will take advantage of you the way that subconsciously you seem to want to be taken advantage of. You don't just tell everybody anything. Some of the people you think you can trust to tell certain things, you shouldn't be telling them either. But people in a circle at your job, at your fucking, you know, place of work, even at like anonymous meetings where you're going because you want to, you know, try to overcome something, you want to rehabilitate yourself, man. You got to watch what you share. You know, the government already has information on you. You want to know one thing that I came to a conclusion about when I was super duper young? It's like in religion, you are encouraged to pray out loud about all of your problems and the things that you want and the things that you want to change and blah, blah, blah. You know what a fucking dream that is for some CIA, NSA bastard that's just like listening to you audibly write your fucking journal? You know what I mean? That's not even on paper in a way they'd have to find it and figure it out. My dude, you're saying this shit out loud? My God. And I'm not gonna dive into that hornet's nest, implying that I could be stinged. What I'm saying is, it's just a whole can of bullshit. The whole certain religions just keeping motherfuckers down. But where do you start with people who I'm preaching to the choir in that you guys already know that the people who need to learn it are kind of like Trump supporters. They're, you know, there's nothing you can really tell them or show them because their belief is not going to change. And it is not our job to change their belief. You know, yeah, the Darby where I come from, which is not this planet, we say stinged, okay? Which has nothing to do with bees or hornets, you know? It has to do with a singer that used to be with the police, you know? Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light, okay? Dead serious. Dead serious. And if y'all don't know, you know, what I'm talking about, there's a song called Roxanne. You don't have to put on the red light. But am I bringing it all full circle? Because, you know, Sting, the singer, is part of the police, and the police are part of the problem right now, you know? You know, are they going to have to change their name? Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night. Roxanne. You know? Y'all lining up here every day for some crazy out of me. Because if I get too real, then they'll take me off of this platform like this. You know? I follow a lot of black creators that say too much. They get too edgy. I'm following this dude named Just Some Guy, and he gets his videos just straight fucking clean terminated from his channel, you know? And it's funny because he's walking that tightrope as well, where it's like, I thought I'm a black man and y'all out here silencing me. It's weird. I'm like, look, hey, okay. Number 12, all right? -1. My friend is really quiet. He doesn't really talk unless he's spoken to. He's really cool though, and has things that he enjoys doing. Literally the second year that I knew him, the teacher asked him and he said that he's a professional bowler with a 300 best. And I was like, why haven't you told me? That's amazing. And he's like, I guess it never came up. Haha! Exclamation point. Knew him a whole year and never knew that. As if he should have been leading with that. You know? When you're good at something, okay, you'll tell people. But when you're great at something, people will tell you, okay? You want to know how to not walk around furiously, figuratively jacking yourself off? Don't be like, and here's the thing that I have. You know what I mean? You know what you sound like? You sound like somebody that's got like Instagram followers or Twitter followers going, let me tell ya how many followers I have, you know? And it's just like, bitch, where is this going? I don't even want to hear what the fuck you gonna follow this up with. I have this amount of followers. Bruh. LaDarby says, I won't share Kyle with another boy. You know my mind is made up, so put away your makeup. Oh my God. I care if people are wrong or if they're right. You know, y'all don't have the titty structure to just get away with being wrong all the time. You know? I always think of that Simpsons clip where Homer goes, don't you ever get tired of being wrong all the time? And Marge goes, sometimes. Number 10. I've had my hand up a sheep's butt. Shocked me slightly. Strumming my sheep with my fingers. Killing the wool with this word. Killing me softly with sheep butt. Killing me softly with sheep butt. I'm sorry. With sheep butt, killing me softly with sheep butt.
Sometimes I feel like you take stuff that I don't know about, and I'm going to, like, the day that I figure it out, I'll be...
You don't know where that's from?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Just, like, I don't know how much you burst into song and have, like, a burst of energy.
One time. One to the through to the three to the four. I like good pussy but sheep piss bowl. No. Number nine. During French class, a guy in my class said that he liked stabbing. You know, shit, I don't even want to read shit like this in quick succession on the YouTube channel. You know, all three of them words together. Okay, so dude, let me say this and then let me rephrase this because I'm admitting it to you, street viewers. I'm scared. I'm scared. My blackness won't protect me, even on the woke ass internet that we're on right now, because I'm unfortunately too real. I'm not living out of my van with gerbils and fucking ferrets and all kind of kooky zany bullshit, which is honestly like, I don't know, man. I don't want to call it like, oh, bro, I think it's okay. I don't want to say it out loud. I have some thoughts sometimes that I honestly know to God are right. Do you get what I'm saying? And here's how I'm going to phrase it. Racism is terrible, obviously. But I do feel that certain types of racism have benefited many people. And what I'm going to mention right now is a voiceover artist and actor named Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo plays Machete. And he is in a lot of things as a Mexican man. It doesn't get any more Mexican sounding than Danny Trejo when he's really putting on the Mexican. And Danny Trejo, in my opinion, as a voice actor, is versatile enough to know to kind of sound, he could dial it up to a 1 if he wanted to, and he could go crazy way to, like just fucking cartoonishly Mexican, which is exact. What was that? Did you hear that?
Yep. It was quick succession something. I don't know what the hell that was.
Did something fall?
No, it sounded like it happened outside. Like, not in here, but out there. And, like, towards the backyard. Man, he shouldn't be poking his head out there right now. It's dark.
Alright. I don't want you to be of the impression that I'm eager to defend the premises and have some shit pop off, alright?
I know you aren't eager, but you're ready for it at all times.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. None of the perimeter, no lights were on, nothing happened, so I don't know. I don't know where that sound came from. Maybe it was a cat?
I hope so.
What was I talking about? Danny Trejo. I say that to say this. Whitey is very comfortable with their very specific incarnations and perspectives on certain cultures. What does that mean? They don't want to see real Jamaicans. They want to see the Jamaicans as they have appeared in the movie Cool Runnings. They don't want to see real Mexicans. They want to see harmless, inoffensive, cartoon, sterile Mexicans of the diluted variety, that are, talking about tacos and burritos and stupid shit like this, right? Now, people's careers have been made over their willingness to play into those foolish expectations. Okay? But I say that to say this. Some of these clowns underestimating the wrong people. Okay? And I don't mean to disrespect women, but many women are all emotion. And when they decide they're going to be like feminists and infiltrate certain, media outlets, they're going to infiltrate certain, jobs to forcefully make it so that, things are more diverse. They're going about things in a stupid way where inevitably the power will end up seeping out of what they are in and find its way to new things. Okay? And if you're a woman listening to this and you want to know that I clearly am not disrespecting women, I consider one of the smartest women out there Tina Fey. And Tina Fey know when it's time to hold your tongue and when it's time to say some shit. You understand me? I don't think I can really say more than that on this platform. Because it's so easy to pull things that I say out of context, boy. But there's a way to do things and a way to not do things. And before all of this went down, I would be one of the first people to say a lot of the people who are into Black Lives Matter are a little bit crazy and they're going about things the wrong way, Some of the people still are, Of course, we don't agree with rioting. Of course, we don't agree with theft or, people being excessive. But, unfortunately, we tried this the other way. And I understand some people feeling like the only way they're going to get attention or they're going to get heard or change is going to occur is if they get crazy and stupid. Is it short-sighted? Hell yes, unfortunately. But we tried it the other way. And I want you to know, I want you to know, with all of the revolutions and all of the wars and all of the disputes historically, that people have wasted time trying to, get to the other side of with words. Shit, it could only have gone a certain way. So I wasn't outlining or, trying to make it seem like there's positive types of racism that people were benefiting from and making their careers off of. But at the same time, there really was, you know what I mean? And it wasn't what I would call positive racism. It was racism that people were not complicit with, but basically willing to allow themselves to be in the spotlight of. And I think Chris Rock and people like Richard Pryor and obviously Eddie Murphy back in the day, and even Chappelle, knew just how much Whitey regarded them as a novelty bobblehead chuckle fuck. Do you know what I mean? And they bided their time and waited until they were in a position, not just financially, but attention and status wise, to be able to say what they needed to say. What's the name of this bitch who jumped up on SNL and said what she had to say about the Pope?
Oh.
Sinead? Was that her name? Sinead O'Connor?
Something O'Connor.
I don't know if it was her. But this girl with her bald head jumped up on television and had some hot shit to say about the Pope. And was she right? Motherfucker, you better believe she was right. Nigga, she was as right as rain. But you want to know something else? Nobody was ready for that. It wasn't the time for that. People weren't ready to hear that. Am I saying she should have silenced herself and suppressed this bullshit? This bitch sacrificed everything that she was and that she had to tell the truth. But people weren't ready for the truth. They couldn't handle the truth. So I want you to know, a lot of people don't have the restraint or the wisdom to hold on until it's the right time. Y'all want to, bruh, I could show you, and it's funny that I'm comparing this to Fortnite, but a lot of people play Battle Royale, which is a game where you can win by being the last man standing, by hitting the ground as fast as they can, trying to fight as many people as they can. But in all honesty, all you really need to do to win Battle Royale is be the last motherfucker. What does that mean? It means that, figuratively, you can kill one person and win. There have been times in Fortnite I've killed no people and won. And Fortnite isn't the only Battle Royale. I'm just using it for the sake of this example. And the reason that I'm using it at all, likening this to video games, is to say that sometimes it's about biding your time and waiting for the right opportunity to get that opening to have maximum fucking impact. Do you get what I'm saying? So I apologize for getting all weird in the middle of the list, but how many people we gonna see sacrifice themselves so that some like fuckboy sitting in a dungeon can tweet some bullshit and get more attention for something that other people been saying for years? How many people you think were putting Cosby on blast before somebody actually started listening to these hoes? And my stance on Cosby. Cosby wasn't the only one, Does that diminish what he did? No, Cosby getting what he getting, and that's maybe what he deserved. You know what I'm talking about? But, there was a culture at the time where that shit was normalized, and I also believe that some of these hoes knew what they were fucking getting into. And let's face it, you have probably lived your life where if you were to win $1 million right now, there are people in your past who would try to say and do anything to get a piece and a chunk of that money. They would make it seem like you fucking damaged them, you hurt them. They need compensation for what you put them through. Your involvement in their life was just everything that's awful, and the only thing that's gonna make that better is a piece of the money that you got. They would come for you, my dude. If you are a man and you didn't come into just $1 million, but enough fucking money to be enough of a fucking target, every woman that you've ever known and perhaps even been with would come out with some statements, boy, that would make you go say, word? Forgive me. Seems like I'm saying this often, but the people that we're dealing with, the people that are around you, put them under the right fucking, circumstance, and they'll change at the drop of a hat. I don't think there's anything more entertaining right now than watching people open their mouth and embarrass themselves, in the midst of these situations that they should just either be quiet because it doesn't affect them. They haven't been through this. They don't know what's going on. So you have nothing to contribute. Maybe all you'd have to do to not come off as racist is just shut the fuck up. But some people can't even do that. You know what I mean? A doctor come out and say, hey, nigga, wear a mask. And people go, wear a mask? You got me fucked up. What? Bruh. What are you doing? As we continue this list, man. Stabbing children, what? Number 8. This dude opened his mouth and said that he had been to juvie multiple times and is currently on probation. Shit happens. Then he pulled up his pants enough that everybody could see his ankle monitor. Well, at least he where he's supposed to be. At least he's where he's supposed to be. Don't they only give you an ankle monitor if they worried about protecting somebody? Who did he fuck up? Bob Lame says, yeah, have you ever sat in a Lambo? I know some people who would do some nasty stuff to sit in a Lambo. Bitch, that's just a car, though, I know people who would probably do even crazier things to simply be in the midst of certain people whom they elevate to this status of God tier, existence where they feel that just merely being in their presence would just make or break their entire life. Different things are different, tiers for different people. Bradley says, even today, after everything coming to light, we accept in culture about child abuse and priests, even now her career never fully recovered, and it never will. And it never will. Those doors and windows are closed, and all that she had going on, it is done. That is a alternate dimension that she will never get to access. And it's happening on the daily basis to other people as well. True Silverwolf says, Kyle, your rants are always the best to listen to. Makes the end of the day a bit more spicy. Forgive me. Enjoy these while you can. These might be vanishing. I love my Dark Voyager skin in Fortnite, though. I don't know why I was talking about Fortnite earlier, but hey, guess what I made? I got into Photoshop and I tried to make little, variations for Dia and I. One of you needs to find somebody that works at Fortnite and get Dia and me some skins made. Damn it, look at these hot ass skins. Look at Big Man over here. Oh my god. Big Man skin. Ladies and gentlemen, let us make haste as we continue down the lane, the rest of this list, number 7. I'm not a teacher, but this guy in my class named Shane has this medical condition that causes him to grow tons of hair at an early age. He had a full beard in middle school. He would say, I'm Shane, and I'm very hairy. That's very cool. Dude had a full beard in middle school. Don't you want a picture of this kid? What's up, man? Number 6. A student once told my wife that her daddy had a special device that he had to blow in to start his truck. God damn. Well, that's, let me tell you something, Dia. Why is it that alcohol is praised and socially accepted to the point where you can get into accidents, you can crash into other people, and you can just take a class. Oh, you're a real drunk to where you're getting behind the wheel and it's a habitual thing. Let's attach a device to your car so that it won't start if you blow past a certain fucking number. But weed is like the most evil thing in the world, even though in some states it's legal. It just ain't legal in all of them. What? I don't know. In my opinion, alcohol is the most socially acceptable date rape drug out there. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Shit. Bruh, you really are lame, Bob. You know, I'm gonna give you one more chance to stop talking about this stupid ass car that you may think is the end of the world, my dude. You know what I mean? It's just confusing watching you. Well, then he said hello. Man, I don't think we about chances tonight. I think people are done sucking my balls. You understand? I will not have him ball lick this day. Ball lick, I say. Ball lick, no way. Money, 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 money. That's the only way he gonna be getting back in here. You know what I'm talking about? Number 5. In my psychology class, we were talking about early signs of serial killers, and the quietest girl who never spoke told the story of when she lived in Chicago. She had a friend around 5th grade who always would stomp on baby birds and once put his hamster in the microwave? Well, his parents were having difficulty keeping up with his antics, so they sent him to his grandmother's, who he promptly stabbed to death when she woke him up for school. Okay. Imagine all the shit our parents gave us for, you know, not putting a cup on a coaster, leaving a towel, you know, on a sink or some shit like this. And these other kids straight wildin'.
You got me fucked up, Grandma. Where do you happen to keep the knives? I will be right back, 'cause I'ma sleep in this day. Ooh, we both gonna be sleeping in this day, Grandma. You have lived long enough, Grandma.
Is that what any parent wants to hear? Because he got sent there because the mom couldn't handle him, and then the grandma died. You killed her. You sent your stupid bitch boy problem kid to your fucking grandparents, and he was the harbinger of their demise. You sent this tiny fucking reaper over there. You know, I'm not saying that there are a lot of reasons for people to jump up and go, you know what, I think I should end hero. I should just, you know, I should just take her, I should end it. Where are the bridges? You know, but when you've killed your own fucking mother by sending your bitch kid that you can't fucking handle, maybe he should have been sent to some sort of facility or just dropped off somewhere, homie. I said it. Better that than have people dead. I don't know. But you can't see the future, huh? Number 4. My dad clogged the toilet this morning, and that's why I'm feeling frustrated, said a 5-year-old. I will say that this question was, how are you doing this morning? But I could barely keep from laughing out loud, exclamation point. Or is it a mark? Only Mark's in this story is a motherfucker writing this entry. Oh, big titty time. You know what's a really badass song, if I may say so? It's a song called Short People by Randy Newman. That shit came on out of nowhere in the episode of King of the Hill that Dia and I were watching, and I couldn't help but just scream it along with the song because it's such a delightful song that just, I feel like it couldn't be made these days, you know? Because it's obviously a tongue-in-cheek song that's aware of how ridiculous it is. And it's aware of the types of fuckboys who genuinely seem to have like this hatred for these people. You know, if they're creepy and weird and gross to you, whatever, dude. Why are they living rent free on your mind? Just you know, release them. Goddamn.
It was in King of the Hill.
It was in King of the Hill. What was it? It was the Cleveland show.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no. The Cleveland show is great background television. Okay, especially now with the fact that the voice actor who is a white man, after mad seasons of the Cleveland show, decided, oh, I will no longer voice Cleveland on Family Guy. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You mean after all the money been made? T and I were watching Key and Peele sketches, and you know there's a bunch of them where they take turns playing a female. So what? Is it not okay to play a woman anymore? You know, if they were to get a real woman in them fucking roles, it would be less funny. Do you get what I'm saying? But you know what? There's probably trans people already offended at the idea that like a man, you know, that's dressing up like a woman is supposed to be funny. Even though, you know, that's what makes the scene funny, is the chemistry between these two motherfuckers. Bro, they coming for humor. They coming for it. You know? They're coming for it. It's fucked up. Number 3. I had students aged 11 sharing strategies for dealing with difficult emotions, one at a time in a big ass circle. One girl talked about digging her nails into her face whenever she was feeling stressed or anxious. No, honey. And I had to explain to the class why self-harm was not a good coping strategy. No. In her face too, my God. Man, that's the kick-ass beginnings of a villain though, you know? For a fictional story, not real, come on. Number 2. We did one of those truth lie bits. Like, okay. We did a thing called 2 truths, 1 lie. The girl stands up and says, I've never been out of the country. I'm a twin. I love playing sports. I knew this girl beforehand and knew that she didn't have a twin, so I picked 1, which was that she didn't have a twin, as the lie. Nope, she had a conjoined twin that died in... She had a conjoined twin that died in utero and had to be surgically removed, and she's now missing the last vertebrae of her spine. She showed us the scar and everything. Apparently the lie was the first one, as she'd been to Mexico. Oh, fucking got him. You know what I'm talking about? Number 1 on this laundry of a list. A guy in my class introduced himself by telling us how he decided he wanted to study philosophy because one day he was really high and peeing in the street, and he saw a couple of people working, and he wondered what they were doing. So he realized his passion was wondering. He dropped out like 2 months later. You want to know the crazy thing? I'll be real with y'all. When I've been high, sometimes I have a million ideas and I got to start writing things down. You know what I mean? Admittedly, many of them, you know, I'm not going to follow through with. But it doesn't make them any less amazing as far as the magnitude of the idea. But I think this is just like insanity, where it's just like, so I was peeing in the street and I saw these guys and I was like, what are they doing? I wonder. And then I realized my passion is wondering. Oh snap. Kai Lamentane. Is that how that's pronounced? Kai Lamentane. Massacua Max says, or is that supposed to be like Massacre Max? Says, did you ever use though idea? And this person says, la. Is that how we say hi? I'm stealing that. Hey, Kyle. And then I go, la. Yes. Yes. We'll make the internet a worse place together. Together. Join hands. Who's in love? What is this? Ew. I mean, oh, look at the amount of effort this woman has put into her physical form, and I'm sure she could beat up other ladies in her class, but only ladies. I said that. I said it. La. How's everybody? Good? You guys got it going on? I'm glad you all have it going on. Does Pascal say this? I don't think so.
I haven't gotten to it. He does say a bunch of weird shit.
I don't think Listen. Constellations are just a hoax cooked up by big space. What do I see when I look up? Pinholes, man. And then Celeste is like, bitch. Look, man, I don't think anybody's allowed to have a personality anymore. Huh. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you to death. I hope you have had a fantastic and otherworldly day. I want to thank Silver. You're a hero, man. There can only ever be one fox in my life, and it'll be you. I thank you this day. You're the stream boss, and, you know, I hope that you will dump something. I think I saw a message from you on Discord, so I hope that what you have lined up for me to do is something that will be satisfactory to you. To everybody else, the links are in the description, whether you want the Twitch, the Discord, the Twitter, the wish list. Uh-oh. I will see you guys soon. Stay out of trouble. Don't piss anybody off. And I'll catch you soon. Love you. Bye.